up, everybody? It's Raul.
And it's Mike.
And this is episode 30 of
30
the AO podcast.
of this shit.
Now, before we get into anything, as always, make sure you click in the description below for all the links to our Instagram, our Twitter, our TikTok, and also our Blue Sky.
In the depths.
And then also subscribe to us on YouTube, Spotify, and Apple Podcast.
Yes.
Now, with that being said, before we actually get into today's episode, I'm going to go ahead and spark up one of these little mini blunts because I am smoking on
they're
that
blunts.
CEO pack. We are smoking on that CEO pack this episode.
I did not realize there were blunts until now. I was like, oh shit. Fuck. But like, yeah, no.
We literally just smoked an entire one.
I know. I didn't realize there were blunts until you put up the second one. But yeah, crazy episode. Every time we come in and be like, what should we talk about? Or like, we have concepts of what we talk about. And then like we brainstorm them and we be like, there's a lot of shit to talk about now. Fuck. But our episodes have been very, very, very meaty. You know, a lot of beef, a lot of meat in them. You know, so I'm like, not. But I kind of like the way the episodes are right now and shit. So we got a lot to talk about and we got a lot to say.
So, for those of you who are not familiar,
let's give you that meat.
I'm not gonna lie. I totally like when I was first trying to like this. I think I completely missed the fucking the fucking tip of the thing. So if for those of you who saw that, shout out to you guys because I just noticed that shit because I remember I lit it and then I was like, huh. I wonder why there's no smoke coming out. And when the fucking flame went off, I saw that I hadn't lit shit.
He's like, why? That's fucking funny.
No, but so
nobody's currently smoking and inhaling that in his lungs right
now.
now.
The reason why I made that joke is for those of you who don't know, probably one of the biggest stories that came out recently
in a realm of big stories
is that the United Healthcare CEO was recently in where was it?
It was like New York.
In New York, yeah.
So by a dude named Luigi.
Wait, has it been confirmed that it's him yet?
Yeah. Oh, it's like that's all I see right now. It's just like,
I mean, I just saw the name, but I don't know if it had been confirmed.
He's in custody and everything.
Oh, okay, shit. Then okay. But anyways, so
he got caught at a McDonald's.
Oh yeah, I heard people say that shit. But for those of you who don't know, he's the CEO of United Healthcare. Now, real quick, before we even get into it, I do want to state that as far as my knowledge on the situation goes, I really only know like the brief summary that my sister told me about it. I haven't actually looked into the story itself.
It's crazy.
But from what I understand is that this was a guy who either approved or put systems in place to his healthcare system that he was running that basically started to deny a lot of people claims, and it was people who like really needed it, such as people who are cancer patients and require chemo and all that kind of stuff.
Yeah.
So it was literally he made it to a thing where it was literally denying people. It was delaying so much processes for people that it was inevitably like killing people because it was depriving them of the help
the sources they need to stay alive.
So yeah, so it was
it made
where the fuck was that guy at? Like, where was he going?
I think he was walking out of like some like public like party or something, like because like he was just walking around and stuff.
So
and he was actually notified that like, hey, there might be some like attempts on you, and he was like, you should pay for more security, and he's like, I think it'll be fine. And then here comes, in New York, here comes Luigi, from the Super Mario Brothers movie. And then he comes up. Have you seen like the?
I'm not
the
gonna lie.
footage?
Now it makes a whole shit ton of sense because I've been seeing those fucking Luigi memes everywhere. I didn't connect the two.
You didn't connect the Luigi memes to the assassination?
No.
That's so fucking funny. Yeah, I've been retweeting a lot of the Luigi memes. This is so funny.
Because at first when I saw them, I was like, why the fuck are there so many Luigi memes now all of a sudden? And then now it just made sense literally right now. But no, yeah, so that happened. And I think
That most like it was like a fucking shot from Barry. It looked like a fucking like a clean hit, and then he went away into fucking Central Park, like a GTA mission. You know, and get away from the fucking 5-star wanted level.
But here's the thing that kind of amazed me.
On his bike too, you see him strolling along after
Yeah,
the
yeah. Here's the thing that I think like, uh, aside from the actual event itself, I think the thing that a lot of people are like taking a note to is, I think specifically, how social media has responded to it, because the the overwhelming consensus has been that like people like do not give a shit that this person got killed.
Yeah, that's good.
And it's like it's crazy because like I said that's the consensus, but also at the same time,
I haven't seen the country this united ever.
Like I don't. Here's the thing. I don't. As I will say that I would never. I'll say that I wouldn't necessarily say that I would wish death on this person.
Yeah.
But at the same time, I completely understand why this is a reaction that this is getting, because it's like you can't, you can't go around like fucking so many people over and like expect nothing to happen to you.
Yeah, it's not even like something, people who, it's not like a layoff or something. It's like actual people.
Yeah,
it's
like
lives.
you're like
like you're
actually,
causing deaths, in basically, and it's just like you're bound to make a lot of people, especially in a country where healthcare is so expensive. Not saying that other countries have their other problems, they do, but like here, it's just like there's a reason why. There's reasons
to other countries' healthcare. You know which one? You know what? Statement kind of shocked me.
But
because for the longest time, I think like, especially people in the States,
yeah,
like one of the biggest assumptions that we have about Canada is that like their healthcare system's fucking great because it's free.
Yeah,
but
they get taxed to shit.
Yeah, but also from what I've heard, like people from Canada say is that it's like damn near impossible to get an appointment because since it's free, there's so many people that could get healthcare.
Mm-hmm.
So it's like basically like a hassle to just even get an appointment somewhere.
Yeah, no, I mean, with something like that, at least like you're able to get appointments. Where here, it's just like there's no chance if you don't have the kind of money, But like it's like the reaction has been like I've seen people from the far right and the far left just like unite this is the most united I've seen this country in my fucking life. Like a lot of things differ for people, but like what I found out is like somebody has like cancer in their family. Like that's like someone has passed away from these medical problems because of like the financial situations they're in, and it's not like a race. It's like everything type. Like everyone experienced this. The richest person has like experienced like the loss of like someone's of someone through cancer. It's a very universal feeling of like grief and anger, I think, and that's why I feel like a lot of people react this way, because it's just like, what did he expect trying to get away of approving the systems that like really cause these great issues in our personal lives, and it's like all emotion, and like the way he did is crazy. The fact that he got, first of all, like it's understandable, and then like we find out that the guy's hot as fuck.
Oh shit!
And he was like,
I wasn't gonna say anything about that one picture.
Yeah,
like,
six pack.
Wait, I was like, what the fuck is this, an IG model? At first,
like,
no, because at first I saw the picture, right? It's the one with him in the backpack with his shirt off, like
yeah.
from the thing. And at first I didn't know, because when I saw it, I didn't know that was a dude, right? So I just thought it was like people were posting like some random IG model or something. Yeah. But then when I found out it was him, I was like, dude, what the fuck?
You expect like the fucking like balding fucking dude, or like old white dude, or like
you expect the dude who. Damn it! Censor that. Fuck.
He does look like the dude who tried to the other important dude. But like no, he's like, but like that's the problem with something like him being like unnormally attractive. It's just like a lot of people are gonna thirst for this dude. it's like yeah, at least it's like that's the set like the person who did that, but like also like it is kind of weird the sexualization of him, but it's also like
Wait.
he looking.
Hey, wait, real quick.
What?
I just remember something that made me so fucking laugh because I just thought about it and it makes no fucking sense.
What is it? Fuck.
So you know the adult film star Riley Reid, right? She's
Oh.
like a legend.
Yeah, sure. Yeah, sure. Go on.
What do you mean? Yeah, sure.
Go on. I don't want to talk about. Go get to your point. What'd she do?
And she tweeted. She was like, oh, like if like I think if that dude gets like convicted or something, like he gets a lifetime subscription to my OnlyFans. Like, how the fuck is he gonna watch it? I don't understand. I just like literally because I saw that shit the other day. But
in jail, like someone like a fucking cellmate is like, "Hey, this is for you." Shows him a phone.
Like some fucking power shit, like sneaking the phones in the prison and shit, but it's for OnlyFans.
like it's like the Breaking Bad, like fucking like you know how like they killed all the people in like the jail that last season. It's like that, but with like the phones and shit. You know, like some elaborate like plan to like get him to watch Riley Reid. That's fucking yeah. No, it's very surreal time. And I just saw a clip before recording. I just saw a clip where like they're putting the dude in the car, and then one of the like is outside La Press taking cameras and stuff, and then like they're like yelling at him. It's like, hey Luigi. And then somebody came in who was like, Luigi, it's a meme, Mario.
That's just fucking funny.
But I'm like, we're living in I saw a tweet that was like, we're living in a meme, and I'm like, these people are not serious, man. We really like are not taking a lot of things seriously. But how can we? Look at a lot of this shit. It's like, so like fucked.
Like literally, America has become such a
I don't know how the human race survived past the 1960s. Honestly, like the Cold War shit. You know, a lot of like tension and shit. You know, it's just like this country has been this country has been through like the 6 days where like everybody was ready to nuke everybody. You know, I'm just like, how do we survive that? Honestly, like that's crazy. Yeah, it's just like the 60s is a wild time. Like it really was.
But I think the thing that like I just thought of right now, how like I wonder how crazy this time period is gonna look to people like 30 years from now.
Yeah, no, it's like you know, first of all, they won't have history books 30 years from now. We're gonna
all be on tablets.
We on tablets, and also they'll probably be like slavery. You know, that's not real. You know, probably in the future and shit.
That was an urban myth.
Look at Alex Jones. Like, made the frogs gay. You know?
Dude, I legit don't know how the fuck that dude ever got a show.
I know.
Like, I look at him and like, if this was just a regular white dude, you'd probably just think he was on drugs.
Yeah, no, it's just like, no, but one of my favorite Alex Jones things was like, he's like, here's before the workout plan, and here's after the workout plan, and he looks the exact same. Oh man, oh my god, we got fucking Tucker Carlson fucking talking to Putin and shit. And oh my god, it's crazy era right now. Crazy.
But so no, we are definitely living in crazy times. But you know what? Speaking of, you know, doing something bad and then not expecting consequences, Andrew Schulz. So, for those of you who don't know, if you checked out our previous episode, we reviewed Kendrick's latest album, GNX.
Yeah.
And in the song Whacked Out Murals, he has a line in there where he said, don't let no white comedian talk about no black woman, that's law. Mm-hmm. And so I think, I don't know if
he said no names either.
Yeah, like, well, I was going to say, I don't know if I mentioned it on the review, but...
Oh, you did. It was like an Andrew Schulz thing.
I was saying that he didn't say anybody's name, but a lot of people were speculating that it was Andrew Schulz because I think even like Genius, for that lyric,
highlighted it.
Yeah, like highlighted it, and they showed a clip of like some like really like not funny shit that Andrew Schultz said like on one of his podcasts.
Yeah.
About black women, and so a lot of people just started to assume that Kendrick was talking about him.
Mm.
So Andrew Schultz took it upon himself to actually respond on his podcast, and so here's the thing. So he started off. He basically started calling out contradictions for Kendrick, saying to protect black women when he's worked with some questionable artists himself. He also made reference to Kendrick working with the South Park creators.
Yeah. Who make fun of everybody.
Yeah, and then also which was a take that I really like. I can see the I can see the point, but I just really don't agree with the direction that he went with it. But he also tried to use hip hop itself, to basically like contradict what Kendrick was saying.
Yeah. Like the whole like music genre.
And then so that was already kind of a shaky response at best.
Yeah.
But then he then tries to go the comedic route by he basically said something along the lines of, oh, like Kendrick's homies, like, yeah, like I know that they're like, I know who they are, and like they would definitely fuck me up, like I'm not a tough guy. But then he said, but if it was just me and Kendrick alone, I would essentially make love to him. And I remember when I watched that clip for the first time, I was like, "What? Where the fuck is this going?"
Like,
where the fuck is this going? And then that's when he when he kept even going more further in the joke, trying to make it work, and he like essentially basically in specific terms, he said that he would assault Kendrick.
Yeah, he says those words, right?
Yeah, well, he said the R word.
Yeah.
But, well, I don't know. No, he didn't say the R word, but that's essentially what he was alluding to.
Yeah.
And I remember I watched that, and now here's the thing. So this is my stance on this whole thing in general. And I actually want to give a shout out to a DJ Head. Because DJ Head was actually, I don't know if it was on a podcast or just some random show with like these two other dudes.
Yeah.
And I believe this topic came up, and when he was asked about it, DJ Head said that his stance on comedy is that he does believe that comedians should be allowed to make fun of whatever they want. And that is a statement that I actually do agree with. I do think as a comedian you should be given the opportunity to try to make light of any type of situation. The thing, though,
you gotta make it good.
With not only that, but the thing with that too is you also, as a comedian, have to accept whatever consequences come from whatever you say.
Like you can't. It's just like it's not all about. You have the execution of the joke has to be good. Like I'm tired of people like, oh yeah, he's like, it's just a joke, guys. I'm like, well, like jokes can be unfunny. I know comedy is very subjective to a lot of different people, but also like the joke doesn't make sense, and it's just like it doesn't. That's the joke. I'm like, I thought it was like a lead up, and then like, okay, he's gonna say something else, and then it's just like the three people on the couch are laughing, and I'm like, I guess he said something funny.
Now here's here's my thing. So I do agree completely with the statement that comedians should be allowed to say whatever they want.
Yeah.
But at the same time, comedians should also have to acknowledge that they are not, they're not shielded from consequence.
Especially comedians. Like it's just like.
So.
Yeah.
Now here's the thing. Now the only credit that I will give Andrew Schultz is that he after that clip came out and it got kind of viral. He has a podcast with Charlemagne, and on the podcast with Charlemagne, they actually addressed like all the backlash that he was getting because of what he said, and he did acknowledge that this is just what comes with like the territory of being a comedian, is like people kind of like coming back at you for what you say.
Yeah.
So at the very least, he did acknowledge that. But here's the thing, he did something that when it comes to comedians in general. Has to be the most fucking cringeworthy thing ever.
Yeah.
It is when they try to double down on an already not funny joke.
Yeah.
Because in the fucking episode with Charlemagne where they're talking about it, he fucking brings the joke back up. And it's like if he's trying so fucking hard to make it work.
Mm-hmm.
But it's like, bro, like, read the fucking room.
Like
that,
chillax.
The joke was already, and like, I agree with you too. What you said earlier about the execution has to be great. And it's like that it just wasn't there, and it's just like that joke just wasn't fucking funny.
It just kept getting worse.
To double down on it after the fact, I just thought was super fucking cringe.
Yeah, it's like he's trying to be like, no, like just accept it, stop, just be like, and also he tried to pull a thing of like I was getting like threats for my family and stuff, which like I know Kendrick fans, I think like I feel like people underestimate how crazy Kendrick fans can be. But also like with these type of jokes, especially if they're like this raunchy, it's like a lot of the great comedians gotten so much like fucking backlash.
Yeah, no, so not only that, it goes kind of deeper. Now I won't get into specifics because I don't really necessarily know like the actual correlation.
Yeah.
But from what I've been hearing from a lot of different people who have reacted to this, is that apparently that joke that he was like him insinuating that he was gonna essay Kendrick actually also kind of ties back to slavery.
Yes.
So
a lot of people there's a lot of deep elements we could actually do what that implies even now what's happening over there in like Israel, but I'm not gonna get into that. But like it's like such a quick disgusting reaction to dominance. Especially not even just like men on men, like just dominance and that's how like a lot of that was practiced during slavery, and sadly those methods are still practiced across the world. But like it's also so it's just like that's why I think people are disgusted by that too. I'm just like, do you like that's like some really first of all awful joke did not land at all, and like South Park has executed all types of offensive, disgusting jokes in the
and like
best
for
way possible.
And like also too like, and for those of you who like, I mean, if you've listened to the podcast long enough, you know that our sense of humor is pretty dark as well. But it's like the thing is, like I said, you have to and especially when it comes to like topics of that, like trying to make jokes of topics of that nature. You really, really have to be good at your fucking craft to try to make something like that funny.
Yeah, no, and it's just like I'm not saying like. By the way, we're not saying we're like top tier like comedians, but like I think we do have like a way of balancing our combos to be able to like push it, but not like make sure it's funny too. Because I've definitely the most dumbest shit I've ever said. Probably the wildest shit I've ever said is probably recorded on this podcast.
Yeah, for sure.
It's like, but I feel like some of them are not, they haven't aged well even in a year. But like, but other times that could be funny, and like that's why like, it's like me with disturbing ass movies. I'm like, you could like be real fucked up and disturbing, but like the real craft is like making a like fucking like. Actually like an enjoyable experience, not enjoyable but like a meaningful experience, like you can make a Serbian film, but like sure, why not, but it's not gonna be good. But like you pull a Salo, I'm just like, it's one of the most impactful, meaningful, relevant movies of our times. I know it's getting deeper than that, but it always goes deeper than that. That's why it's like these jokes are not funny, because it's just like comedians should always know like why every joke means something.
Dude, oh my god,
to the deepest level.
To kind of like to get off this topic, to leave it off
at least really good levels.
To leave it off on a kind of funny note. Shout out to Is the Mic Still On? That's one of our favorite personal podcasts. I just literally got done listening to their most recent episode that they dropped this morning, and in that they were discussing the Andrew Schultz situation, and it was funny because I think they were speaking about how like I guess Gary Owens tweeted something about something about how like something. It was basically a response to like the controversy that was going on between Andrew Schultz and Kendrick.
Yeah.
And they were discussing Gary Owens for a bit, and I think Mike Seatown, I don't think he actually knows who Gary Owen is. So fucking somebody on the podcast showed him a picture of Gary Owen, and fucking Mike's like, he's like, oh, he's like, is that Tommy from Power?
That's so fucking funny.
But so no, yeah. To move on from that
No,
now.
man. What a way to move on from.
Yeah, we have such a unfortunate task ahead of us.
Oh yeah, what a way to transition this topic. Also, that was. I was talking about why everything gets deep and shit, and then you were like, "We're about to go into our next one," which I'm not gonna lie, completely forgot about during this recording.
God, yeah, really.
Yeah.
I mean, you'll see why.
Yes.
In a minute. But
Last
so,
episode,
last
we were
episode-
fucking talking. We Raul made a poll of like a randomizer of like 6 really interesting albums we could listen to, that of like bad qualities of many types, and then the randomizer chose.
Binge by fucking MGK, which was one of your choices, you son of a bitch.
That was the last minute one too. I put because like we both had the big day. And I was like, fuck, what other, like, album that, like, is, like, I heard is really bad, but, like, I kind of don't want to listen to, but it could be really good, like, fun shit to talk about. And I was thinking about, I was like, we can't do Eminem. We can't do it. We've done him, like, 5 times this year. We did all the bad ones we feel. Except music.
I think all of yours have, I think, fucking Revival and Encore were both your fucking choices.
Yeah.
Right?
Oh, yeah. Oh, God. I'm evil. That's, like,
Yeah,
fucked
because I
up.
think the only one that we actually, like, genuinely had to do was the new one that came out.
And Relapse. We did Relapse, too.
Oh, we did?
Yeah.
Oh, I don't even remember that
We
shit.
gotta redo that review. I want I want to redo it for our 1-year anniversary. But I was like, oh, but you know who is bad and white? MGK. I'm like, oh, I remember this album because he dropped it after the diss when he fucking completely got
wait, real quick. Before we get
obliterated.
into the actual album,
Uh-huh.
I want to point this shit out because I don't think at the time, because like you said, he released this during the time that he was going through his beef with Eminem.
Yeah.
And a lot of people talk about how he obviously lost like the diss track portion of it,
Yeah.
but I don't think enough people talk about how fucking badly he fumbled this opportunity. Like, if he would have made a somewhat decent fucking album after this battle, he would have been straight, dude. But he fucking dropped this shit, and oh my fucking god, we'll get into it. But I hated listening to this fucking album so much.
I've never heard of it because I saw someone review it. Notorious Pat. I haven't seen the review. I haven't seen the review again. I'm gonna watch it like literally after this. So like I remember he like talked about it, and it was like as I was listening to it, I remember what he said right as like the things came in, and I'm like, what the fuck is it? First of all, we gotta go into that first song. That first, I like honestly, that's like I hated the fuck. Like I know you first of all we took a while to listen to this.
Yeah, we both did. Fuck you.
Yeah, that's why I said we. So like it's just like we actually did like legit didn't want to listen to it.
Well, we really didn't, trust me. And then after listening to this shit, this is why.
Yeah, he listened to it first, and then he texted me, bro, this album, what the like he was like legit.
Like,
all caps surprise.
I didn't know what the fuck I was listening because, dude, oh my god, we'll get.
You want to start it?
Yeah.
First of all, the intro, which is 1 minute long.
You tell me the track list.
Long time coming. It's just the 1 minute intro, and then we'll skip that because that's stupid. It could just be included with Local, the second song, which is what a bad start. Oh, what a really
Listen, at this point, it's 0 for 2 for me when I'm listening to this.
Look, the worst part, fuck 2 girls that look like Tina Fey and Amy Poehler.
Oh yeah, I remember when you fucking said that. I was like, what the?
I'm like, okay. I'm like, I think they're like attractive women, but like I didn't.
I was like, wait a minute.
For the tone of this song, like it's like such like a like.
Wait, I'm trying to remember. Is that the? Because I'm pretty sure the other girl. I don't know. I don't think the other girl's ever gotten a hip hop shout out, but has Has Tina Fey ever been called out by name in a...
But in like a fucking MGK song, like that sounds like a fucking...
No, like in any other rap song, like has she ever
Probably.
been ever mentioned? Because
I don't know.
Obviously, white girls get mentioned all the time.
Yeah,
like,
you know,
and shit. But like
rappers
I don't
love
know if Tina
white
Fey
girls.
has ever been mentioned
Maybe
by
there's
name by
maybe
anybody.
there's a Kendrick song he shouted her out.
Shut
Anyway,
just because he fucked a white man.
Ancestors. I love watching it. Like, oh my, that song is still good, goated. Yeah, a LSD and coca, a live la vida loca, a she go feed me grapes, a we don't go on dates, a got a man at home, but she love the way I taste. And that's the chorus.
She feed me grapes. Is
Hey, she
feed me. Like, the fuck are you, like,
Not
King
only-
Arthur? What the fuck? Feed you grapes?
feed my grace woman on shit in the fucking like it's fucking
That's what he
Grease.
fucking had Megan Fox did.
Like, oh my god, that's why they broke up.
It's
and-
so funny that that's happening as we're reviewing
Yeah,
this.
that's really funny. And then not only that, the chorus in the background, I was like, okay, this
Oh,
song,
the fucking bed.
the bed creak in the instrumental. I'm like, this is like this is Hobson level corny. This is fucking. I hated this shit. It's like it fucking reminds me of like that shitty Hobson song, that fucking like happy ending one. It's fucking awful. And then next one is GTS. I already forgot most of the songs on here and I listened to this like 3 fucking times. I fucking forgot about most of these right now. I like listen intently and I'm like, what he's saying.
Now here's the thing. So I want to fast forward to it. What's that song? Is after that song is it Rap Devil?
Yeah, but no, but GTS has my favorite lyric is like, fucking, well, I want to talk about this. It's like oh my god, it's like shitstorm like look like Maury, the boy lost like Dory.
Oh,
Only one way that I'm pouring, pour it up. And then it's just like the boy lost like Dory. Like the fuck is like this fucking Dr. Seuss fucking rhyme scheming and shit. And then Rap Devil comes in.
Wait, okay, so then
Lost in Vegas thought this won the battle. So.
listen. I'm not gonna say that. I'm not gonna be disrespectful. Because I was about to get real disrespectful.
Yeah, don't.
Yeah.
Last thing we need is like, you know, I love them still. But you know, there's some things I just don't agree with. But I love them still. I think they're a great channel. Anyways, to Rap Devil. That song fucking sucks still.
But no, so anyway, so that
It
I was
fucking
gonna say,
still ass.
I was gonna say, so for even if you haven't listened to this album, I'm pretty sure you are familiar with this song.
Yeah.
But here's the thing that I wanted to point out, and this is a perfect opportunity to point that out to, because this is exactly where you can see what the fuck I'm talking about.
Mm-hmm.
So in the fucking chorus for Rap Devil, he has that lyric about the fucking Shotty got us something like it's a fast roll or whatever.
Mm-hmm.
But he says that, and in the next fucking song, he literally says that exact same lyric.
Oh yeah, he reused choruses. He reused hooks in this album.
Like he says that again, literally in the next fucking song. But here's the thing. The beats on this fucking album are so fucking basic and generic that it doesn't even sound out of place because the beats sound so fucking similar.
Yeah, all these songs sound the same. Like Nylon, most of the song is that repeated chorus from Rap Devil. Like, are you fucking kidding me? And then lately, I don't even know what the fuck lately is anymore. Like all these songs are like blurring together, and I've listened to this like 3-4 times trying to like fucking keep track and shit. I'm just like, no, all these sound the same. Like, I can't tell the difference between Lately and Signs featuring 24 Hours. I think that does he have what else does he have? I'll look into.
I think I've actually heard something from him.
Okay, he has hits. That's cool. Shout out to him. You know, and then apparently MGK still has what 15 million listeners each month. I'm just like, who?
Well, to be fair, he switched over to rock, right?
Oh, he did. Yeah, rock really does like get you those fucking numbers. You know, it's fucking insane. And that shit's terrible too. Have you heard that? No.
Why would you ever fucking ask me if I were to listen to an MGK fucking alternative rock album?
That may be one of the choices for the next poll.
No, but listen, hey, but in all honesty, even though going into it, I already knew it wasn't gonna be good. I was at the very least holding out hope that something about this album was gonna be good.
Like he was in the BET cipher. Like he was like an up and coming like rapper. You know what happened? You know he was terrible on that shit too. It smelled like Teen Spirit. Guess Cobain's back.
But so I really wanted to at least have something positive I can say about this album, but literally the only fucking positive thing
is that it's 24 minutes.
Is that it's only 9 tracks.
Yeah, it's like it's not that long, and apparently Hit Boy had a beat on here, but I can't remember which song it was.
You probably should take it. You probably should leave it that way. Don't put your name.
Yeah. He's like, you know what? You had some good.
He's like, hey, which one did Hit Boy produce? I don't fucking know.
Oh, Hit Boy's like, I don't know. He gave me he gave me like a fucking.
Like, you see my name on there? Yeah, alright, cool.
He's like, I'll be working on King's Disease. I'll give him the leftover ones. And
alright,
shit.
so
yeah,
alright, so but so speaking about this, so like I said, I think this is a segment that I think we're gonna try to do every month.
Yeah.
So this is obviously going to be the one for December.
Yeah.
So then, do you want to do the poll for the one for next month?
Yeah, we could do it. When do you want? Do you want to do it this time or next week?
I think we'll do it next week.
Yeah, we could have more time on it.
Yeah. And then
there's other albums on that shit I was scared to review too. Like that album list is like a little scary.
I think I don't. For now, the idea is we're gonna keep all the other albums that we already picked. We're just gonna swap out the MGK one, obviously.
With the MGK pop punk album.
But so fuck you better not pick that shit.
I have another idea.
But
this is fun. This is
yeah. So I'm honestly not looking forward to the next album that we have to review.
Oh man!
But you know what? I think the thing that I'm gonna start doing is because these albums are probably never gonna make my top anything list. So,
yeah.
So what I think I'm gonna do is I'm gonna actually compare all these albums to each other.
Like just have a list of them?
Yeah, so I can be like, which album was the worst out of all of these?
I hate everything shit. Like the worst of the worst. That would be fucking... that's actually really fun.
Yeah, so I think that's what I'm going to start doing.
I'll also look for like trash in other genres too.
Yeah.
Because that Green Day album, I'm really scared to review. You know,
yeah, you even said that shit last. You're
like, that's
get that fucking Green Day.
That's the other positive too. This MGK album is like way better than that Green Day album.
God damn, man.
Nah, man, that shit hurt my soul, man. I was like, man, they really washed. They really fucking. I like them still, but they're they're good performers, but they're really washed. I love them though. You know, I will support them. But like, yeah, terrible album. Unforgettable, just completely forgettable.
I can see why nobody talked about this shit when it came out.
Like, I legit like. It's not like the worst shit ever made. It's just the most boring, forgettable shit ever made. Like, it's just like the worst shit you remember, the most forgettable shit you don't. Which is why I even. This is probably the worst albums I've heard, but I'm giving this a 1 out of 10. Like, I'm not like fucking throw that shit away. I'm like, I can't. I don't.
This was garbage.
I forgot all about the album already. I listened to it 3 or 4 times, giving it a chance and analyzing it.
It was literally like the whole album was
one
one gigantic continuous song to me.
And it's all repeated and shit. You know, and it's like Rap Devil's really bad. I still don't know why people thought like, yeah. And a lot of people I know.
After hearing that shit, like, dude, this song is low-key kind of fucking terrible.
Yeah, and hearing it again, I'm like, how did like a lot of people I respect and like.
To be fair, I wasn't a big fan of Killshot either. But like, technically wise, it was better. It's just I don't think it was a good song.
What?
Like technically, on a technical level, I understand why he won, right? Because he's a better rapper. But audibly, to me, it wasn't that good either.
Wow, that's crazy. That's nuts. I fucking love that song. I think that beat's crazy. I think his punches are coded, like, and that was like revival era, like in Kamikaze era. But that song, I was like, oh, why isn't he doing this like on it?
Yeah, like to me, thing? I don't know. Both of those, like, I mean, it made for like an interesting and fun battle.
Yeah.
But like to me, I don't know. I wouldn't put those up like on my favorite like diss tracks.
Oh yeah, it's not one of my favorites, but I still think it's like really damn good. But like, I get to each to our own. But like, yeah, terrible album. We had something else to talk about. I completely forgot.
Well, I don't know if this is what it was, but I will say that I do actually have to call myself out for something that I said that I was never going to do again, specifically on this podcast. And lo and behold,
this is fun.
Okay,
this is fun.
So
a really good 1 year anniversary gift for us.
Definitely. So we're going. So rewinding really the clocks back. So on
episode 1 or 2, one of those.
It was no, I think
it had to be episode 1. Well, you talked about it.
Well, maybe talked about going, but not the actual trip.
Yeah. Episode 2 was when you got back.
It was either 2 or 3. I can't remember.
Yeah.
But it was one of the very first episodes. If you go back to one of the very first episodes, I literally talk about. I went with 2 friends of mine. Shout out to Nick and Rob. We went to an event called X3, which is an adult film convention where like you have adult film stars and like OnlyFans creators.
Is where you make connections. And
yeah,
friends.
pretty much. And so I had kind of I had found out about it originally because this girl that I was following, who's like she's a stripper, but she also does like OnlyFans stuff.
Yeah.
So she was gonna be there, and since I followed her, I saw her like posting about it.
Yeah.
And that's how I initially found out about it in the first place. And at the time, I was like, hey, you know what? Fuck it. Like, it's gonna be a new year. Like, why not?
Why not start it off right?
Yeah. Like, why not? Like, just say fuck it and go on an adventure with like 2 of my friends. And I think I even mentioned in that episode that I already knew instantly like what 2 friends I was gonna invite. And of course, those ended up being my friends Rob and Nick. And so here's the thing.
Is enthusiasts.
So
all 3 of them.
So make sure you guys go back to watch that episode, because I document like the whole experience that we had. But here's the thing: at the end of that episode, when I was done talking about it, I specifically stated that I honestly didn't think that those events were for me, and that I didn't really see myself ever going back to one.
Yes, you did.
Now,
yes, you did.
Here's the thing. So I have a group chat with Nick and Rob on Instagram.
Yes.
And I forgot what we were talking about, but somehow it came up, and like Rob had mentioned something about like, hey, like we should go to one of those again. Now, unironically for me, when I had purchased the tickets to going to the one that we went to last year, it automatically signed me up for their newsletter, like in my email. So I had started getting emails how they were going to be doing it again this year at the same place next month. And I remember I took a screenshot of it, like of the event thing and the dates, and I put it in the group chat, and I was like, huh, funny that you say that. And so I sent that, and then as all adventures with those 2 tend to start out, the first thing that Nick and Rob both said when they saw that was, "Oh, you're not down," which
of course that fucking like toxic motivation is what got.
So for those of you who don't know, that's how most of the adventures of those 2 foods start.
They gaslight you. He's like, "Hey, you can't do this."
So we kind of started, going a roundabout way, and it slowly started to turn into an actual serious conversation.
Yeah.
And so
they really.
Lo and behold, it appears that we actually will be returning.
Yeah.
This year to go to X3.
Hell yeah.
So,
oh man.
So this should be really fucking interesting, because the thing is, another thing that I
that shit had me hollering. That was like one of the first hollers in that show.
Dying laughing, especially you listen to me. You guys have to go back and check out that episode, because what I experienced. You have to upload like on the reels or something. Yeah,
like
what I experienced.
The film Nick got.
Yeah, what I experienced at that event.
Even though it's like utterly like cringe and embarrassing, it's so fucking funny.
Listen, it's
just
something
you
that
getting the premium treatment.
But
and then Nick
premium treatment. And then you're making it sound worse. Shut up.
No, it's like the stripping and shit. It's just like and then Nick in the background like a cuck, being like, "Yeah, let's go."
I fucking hate you like a cuck. That's fucked up.
Like he's like, "Yeah, woo, yeah, shit, yeah." Like get it. Well, like I'm like, bro.
Oh, I hate that you put that image in my head because it's like, who is he getting cucked from? Me? Because he doesn't know that other girl.
Like it's just like he's like supporting you, and it's loud too. You can see people in the background look too.
But
oh man, you gotta show the people that. Like, that shit is one of the funniest things I've ever seen.
Listen, I will say, and I'll keep my word to this.
Uh-huh.
So it'll be on video.
Uh-huh.
So I have to fucking do it.
Mm-hmm.
But this time, because here's the thing, and also to be fair, I didn't really take that many pictures. Yeah. I only took like pictures with like 2 people.
Yeah.
But this time, what I was gonna mention is, last time that we went, because it's a 2-day event. It's on Friday and Saturday, and the first time that we went, we actually only ended up going maybe I think on Friday. We only made it to the Friday thing, and we ended up going the next day. Well, this time I think we actually are going to be going both days.
Oh.
So I'm actually going to be thinking about getting more pictures and stuff, like actually at the event.
Yeah.
And this time, because last time I didn't post shit. Like I didn't post anything like about actually going to the event.
Yeah, you could advertise our fucking Blue Sky.
So this time I will keep my word. I will post the pictures to my fucking Instagram. Make sure you stay tuned for that, because that should be an interesting.
That's
I actually, because here's the thing, I have family that follows me.
Yeah, I don't know why you do all this.
I don't know what their reaction is gonna be doing, but you know what? Fuck it, you only live once.
I did post like one time I was drunk as fuck in Vegas when I went to Vegas to see Kendrick, and then it's just like I was in one of the M&M stores, like the big huge M&M Las Vegas store, and then me and my girl we were drunk as fuck, and we were like taking like sexual pictures with like the M&Ms. And I was like we were like these motherfuckers
trying to sexualize M&Ms.
That shit is fucking funny. It was like, oh my god. It was like these. So like Vegas is like fucking fun. So like, but like I can't imagine like that. But like, imagine like just like a fucking.
No, shut up! Don't even. I already can tell by the look on your fucking face. Don't even say it. But so it should
and
be.
all the M&Ms and titties.
Listen, so. Like I said, here's the thing. If you haven't listened to that episode, I mentioned that was actually my first time ever going to an event like that.
Yeah.
And I had no idea what to expect. And here's the thing. Even though I've already been to one, I still don't know what the fuck to expect going to one again.
And especially with the second day, you know what the fuck they have on that second day. You know, that's going to be like, you're a little explorer, It's like fucking, like on a brand new adventure.
Little explorer on a fucking quest? What the fuck? No, but
quest, like Lord of the Rings.
But so it should be an interesting time, because I will say, like, I don't even know what you said. I'm gonna have to go back and hear that in the fucking edit.
Oh my god, that's gonna be so funny what you do.
But man. So like I said, I don't know what to expect.
I'm very excited about your adventure,
and I know that you're excited to hear what the fuck happened.
Yeah.
So
very excited. I
cannot wait to go through that again, because like I said, I'm gonna be going with the same people, so it should be fun, because it's. I hope
now we're like, hey, I'm doing a podcast. We're a year in. Follow it. We talk about a lot of things.
I'm gonna promote.
Have like a big sign of like the banner like on your like thing.
I'm gonna be like, hey, you're promoting your titties.
Hey, check out the AO podcast. We talk about titties all the time.
Well, I do. You don't like to.
No, I don't. I don't talk about my titties.
Okay, that's the cue right there. That's the fucking cue. So, like I said, I don't know what to expect, but stay tuned for that, because that episode will probably come out towards the end of next month. So you'll have that to look forward to, but that has been it for we'll still have to do the song of the day.
Yeah, recommendations. What should I fucking reckon? Oh, I know exactly. I want to put this in the poll, not because it's like bad, but like it's really fun. I think it'll be such a great thing to review. I think over time we'll just put random albums we want to like hear each other listen to. But like with this one, I really want Raul to check out and maybe do a review on it. It's from the duo Low G and Rashid, and the album's called Wet Black.
That's a fucking wild ass.
Oh my god! But like, it's like pretty fun though. It's like, it's just like I don't know why it takes me back to like a more simpler time, but it does. But like, and I've never heard this album before until like recently. I saw someone I follow retweet the album cover, and I'm like, oh, I need to listen to this right now. It just reminds me of like southern hip hop, underground hip hop. I don't know if they're southern dudes or not, but like, I think they're West Coast dudes, but like I'm not too sure about them. It's the only album they have on Spotify. It's from 2002. Like if you're into like that 90s hardcore like fucking gangster shit from the South and shit, that like Master P type shit. And I think check the like Master P or like even like 8 Ball and and shit like that. Yeah, good. I think it's a really fun album if you're into that. Yeah. Fucking Wet Black by Lil G and Rashid.
Alright, so
Something we should review in the future, definitely.
I'm gonna go with one of the most iconic West Coast artists in recent memory.
Blue Bucks Clan?
No, of fucking YG. And I'm gonna go with his track Naka.
Uh-huh.
And I was trying to see if it was from an album, but I couldn't find it in any of his recent albums. So I'll just say that it's a single. Yeah. But that is his single called Naka, and it's knock with an A at the end.
Nice.
But it's one of those songs that it starts out with like a Spanish sample at the beginning, and then like it goes into the actual beat. And I just thought that his flow throughout that song was really good. And it sounds really nice, so I'm gonna recommend Naka by YG.
Yeah.
And that's gonna be our recommendations, and that's gonna do it for episode 30. We hope you guys enjoyed, and as always, follow us everywhere. Link is down in the description, and we'll see you all in the next episode.
Please. Peace.